Computer, begin recording log. Hello there, gamers. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to another episode of Star Trek Resurgence here on Orange Ranger Plays. Last time actually featured some of the most exciting gameplay of this Let's Play. Jara Rydek found a Takan base with the help of Minister Tylus on the Hotari Moon Tau, and then we had to escape in a very exciting firefight, getting beamed back up to the Resolute with the help of our other player character, Petty Officer Carter Diaz. Right at the end of the episode, the Alydian ship Zeldi moved to attack the Hotari and then encountered an energy dampening field which disabled many of their systems. We have decided to render assistance, and we are going to do so by taking a shuttle over to the Zeldi, having Diaz and Edsilar beam over to the ship and set up pattern enhancers, so the transport signal of the crew of the Zeldi can be routed to the shuttle, and then from the shuttle to the Resolute, and that is what we're about to go do. As a reminder, Scuff remains a part of my existence. This whole set of episodes, of which of course I recorded a whole bunch, I tried a different solution with recording my audio, and it did not work out at all. So I am doing post commentary for episodes 6 through 10 of this Let's Play, so I am reacting to things kind of after the fact. Alright, with all that said, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Alright, grabbing the respirator there. Moving over here and grabbing the pattern enhancers, a well-used and well-known piece of Star Trek technology, and hup, off we go. We're going on an adventure. We're going on the wrong mission.
What's that?
We're going to rescue the Alydians, the people that oppress the Hotari, when we should be going to rescue
racist.
Miranda. This thing that's happened to Miranda
Speciest.
is like the Trill symbiosis joining, only worse. And I've seen too many people I care about wiped away by some greater entity to stand by while the same thing happens to her. I wanted no part of it then, and I won't stand for it now. Your body's stolen and used like puppets.
I'm not giving up on her either. We'll get her back.
Whatever it takes.
I really do like that part of Edsilar's character.
Right now. We've got other lives to save.
Yeah.
That, she is a Trill that is opposed to the idea of symbiosis. And there's Jara! Look at how close... This is the closest that...
The away team
that Rydek and Diaz have ever gotten to each other. Well, I guess the transporter room. Oh, we got a push button. Oh, yeah, here I was going like, here we got, you know... Basically, we can turn the engine on, but there's another button to press over there that I'm going to look at in a moment. But yeah, that Edsilar is this Trill that is opposed to the idea of symbiosis, and what the Takan is doing is kind of similar, except that it entirely overtakes the personality of the host, whereas Trill symbiosis is a merging of the two personalities. But it's close enough for her to be very upset by it, especially it's happening to her friend, that it gives her this personal motivation to act. Honestly, have no idea why I'm staring at these buttons. Let me skip ahead to when I press the button. Have no idea what I was talking about for that long, but here we go over to... I was like, yeah, we should probably close the door before we start the car. Door's closed. Push the button. Why are we putting on our respirators now? We can breathe in the shuttle.
Resolute to shuttlecraft Melville. You're cleared for takeoff.
Acknowledged, Resolute. Melville taking off.
Press the stick to take off. Whee! and out. Hazards. They'll get you. Them gosh dang hazards. There's areas of instability. They shoot green lightning that will hit the shuttle. The shuttle can take 3 hits just like everything else. It also does say that there are rings of it that you can fly through. It basically, if you think you're good enough. And I'm like, I ain't having any part of little rings, having to fly through little rings. How about no? See, because there's lightning in amongst the rings. Did I decide to try it? Nope. I came to a full stop, backed it up, and said, no. Let's go that way towards where my waypoint is anyway. Towards that big rock. All right, so at this point, I paused, and I'm not even sure why, but I came to realize something here, and that, you know, it's showing you your crew, just the people you've interacted with, both as Jara and Carter. It has little sentences about your last decision with each of them and how that impacted things. For example here, Captain Solano was encouraged by Jara's empathy when the Alydian Admiral appealed for help. You know, and it kind of helps you reflect on your choices, you know, to show if I had been more aggressive, he wouldn't have been fond of that. He was encouraged by it, so we're in kind of a good standing with him right now. And we're going to scroll through and take a look at the others, since I just had realized this. Because it's an interesting little aspect. I mean, this is kind of a major narrative adventure thing. Lieutenant Bedrosian was inspired by Jara's boldness when Spock... Hang on. Lieutenant Bedrosian was inspired by Jara's boldness when discussing how to address the Hotari threat during the senior staff meeting. So we haven't had a choice with her in a while. Ambassador Spock thought Jara performed well under pressure when she was being questioned by the Hotari Queen. Same. Commander Westbrook was worried when it seemed Jara was willing to follow orders from Starbase to disengage the docking clamps when the crew was at risk, but he applauded Jara's efforts to explain the complexity of the situation to Captain Solano. Ultimately, he was thankful when Jara defied Captain Solano's orders and made her own command decision in the result. Tylus was flattered by Jara's praise over the way she handled the guard in the mines on Tau, but she was shaken by her encounter with another guard, so she was grateful for Jara's encouragement and support. Commander Ermont was troubled when it seemed Jara was willing to follow orders from Starbase to disengage the docking clamps so the crew was still at risk, but he appreciated Jara's efforts to explain the complexity of the situation to Captain Solano. Commander Ermont respected Jara's rational approach when she defied Captain Solano's orders and refused to put the crew at risk. Dr. Duvall was impressed by Jara's sense of responsibility to the crew and was encouraged to see her thinking independently when she defied Captain Solano's orders. Lieutenant Commander Chobak did not approve of Jara's unwillingness to follow protocol when she defied Captain Solano's orders to blow the bolts from the docking clamps. So there you have that example of you can't please everybody. Some people are going to be, you know, you're going to have decisions where some people are going to be upset and some people are going to be happy. Ensign Calloway was grateful for Jara's helpful guidance. He was nervous on the shuttle plate. We haven't seen that dude since the beginning. Edsilar wasn't happy... So sent Miranda to the brig. Miranda was tired of hearing Carter's accusations in the brig and won't soon forget when he added injury to insult when he shot her during the escape, even though it wasn't her, so screw that. And that's what Lieutenant Commander Chobak approved of Carter's... hang on. Edsilar wasn't happy Carter sent Miranda to the brig, and his defensiveness over it didn't help matters. Yeah, well, screw you. Miranda was tired of hearing Carter's accusations in the brig, and she won't soon forget when he added injury to insult when he shot her during her escape. Except it wasn't her, and we knew that at that point, so that's really not fair. Lieutenant Commander Chobak approved of Carter's eagerness to work on Ambassador Spock's shuttle. Commander Westbrook enjoyed his conversation with Carter, coming away with the impression he's smart, pragmatic, and confident in his knowledge of the ship. And there's somebody else we're going to be interacting with at some point. Let's go back to flying the shuttle. You see how a little rock filled in that gap in that other rock? And I was like, well, how about we just let that whole situation resolve and go around it? I remember mentioning at this point that I kind of was wishing that there had been a ticking clock that was kind of impacting my, whoa! Big Fruit Loop coming up on the side there. It just barely didn't hit us. No, and I was like, nope, because that lightning bolt is going right through the friggin' middle. So I'm not trying to outfly that thing. I'm like, back it up and go around. Space is 360 degrees. It's forming a lot of these things. But we've got a clear path to the waypoint this way. Fly, fly, fly. They keep putting Fruit Loops in front of me. I'm not hungry for breakfast cereal right now, so we're just gonna keep on going, and we're just having to fly whooshy whooshy. Look at that control screen on the shuttle. Look at the number of anomalies pointing up around us.
We are within range. Any closer will put the shuttlecraft at risk.
Of the dampening field. Although that's a small consideration there, it seems.
Preparing to transport the away team.
All right. 1,
Energize.
2, 3 for some reason. And remember that Diaz was the third. Diaz shows up first. Several seconds before the other two who show up at the same time.
And the other systems, too.
Oh no.
We gotta get to their transporter.
We gotta get to the transporter room. Yeah, but I don't want to miss anything, so.
The atmosphere in here is turning to poison.
Well, that's probably not
All of
good.
these Alydians are going to die if we don't get them out of here.
Good thing we have breathers. I have my tricorder and my phaser. I have 2 buttons. Whoop.
These must close in case of emergency. They don't have
We
enough
ran
power left
into
to
a dead
function.
end.
Carter, give them a charge
We
with
gotta
your
charge
phaser.
the doors.
Should make them
charge
open.
the doors. Oh, shoot here. Okay, I was like, then you aim, and then it gives you the little thing. And then doors open, and we can go on. We can proceed in a forthwith direction. Continuing as we continue. And I think I said, I was like, okay, putting the indicator on it makes it feel a little elementary. Oh, that one only opened the bottom part. Gotta crouch. They're making us put all our skills together. Shoot and crouch. And it's like, oh, right there. Okay, oh, did I, what? I was like, wait, what? This door didn't open. I saw it right to the left of the camera there. I was like, oh, can I jump up? Can I jump over this? I shot, oh, let me try to shoot it again? Like, maybe I missed. Because it does seem to aim a little low of what I'm, doing there, but... Like, where did it... Oh, there's an open door over here. Okay, well, what was over here? Because this would be a place where if this was a regular type of game, they'd be keeping secrets, right? But no, nothing. Not a ding-dang thing. Alright. Here we are again in this situation. Gotta zap the thingy. Continue to apply a zap to the thingy. We're moving along. I'm like, well, I just gotta have my phaser out here. So here's a door. Open door. Like push button. Well, that
It's not
sucks.
working.
No power's running through any of this. We gotta get him
We
open.
gotta
manually.
open it with our manuals.
I am the ranking officer here. State your intention.
Excuse me.
We are under siege. Explain yourselves.
We're Starfleet.
What does it look like? We're here to
called for
rescue
help.
you.
And yet, you cannot even open a door.
Open your brain, you...
Whoa there.
I am still able to stand. What are you trying to
Feel a
do?
breath of air.
We gotta get into your transporter room.
Then we can get your people off the ship.
Okay. Your oxygen has made me believe you can help. I had to rip off this panel. There's bypass. Look, it's the transporter room. It's big. And it can transport upwards of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. We're gonna do an engineering about it.
Make sure they're evenly spaced.
Oh, I love this.
We need to manually adjust beam trajectory so they connect.
I got this one. You get the other.
I got this one. You get the others. Check this out. One. Two. Three. Four. So Edsilar set up 1, and I set up the other 4. We gotta put a little beamy. 1, 2, 3. I actually think there's 6, so I guess she set up 2. And I was noting here, it doesn't really give you an indication of when it's aimed right. Like you'd think it'd light up or something. But here I was just like, well, okay, it looks like it's like... I'm like, will it go all the way over there? No. So it's only supposed to be connecting to this one. Down. It can go up and down. Oh, and then it interrupts. It doesn't... If the light's not going to the wall, then you're hitting it. I do like working with the pattern enhancers. Like I said, it's a pretty well-known, used several times piece of Star Trek technology on The Next Generation and in its following shows. So it's kind of neat to work with something like that and have this kind of sequence. There it is.
All right. The pattern enhancers are aligned and ready to go. Let's round them up.
These will boost the signal so we can transport through the storm. We have a shuttle outside this ship that will route the signal to the Resolute.
All crew to transporter room 2. We are evacuating.
That was a door control. At least it was when Diaz touched it. Hey, we got this console working.
We're live.
We're live, he said.
Here they come.
Oh, hello, it's me. Yes, remember me?
Okay, coordinates. Beam status. Energizing controls.
Please step on the platform.
This should be perfectly normal.
The crew goes first.
No problems or worries of any kind of situation there.
You, get on the platform already.
Move your behind.
Okay, the interface is in Alydian, but the layout is the same as the Starfleet.
That's convenient.
I just gotta do what I did before. Select the people to transport.
Okay, that would be everybody, but... Six, 7, 8, yes.
All of them.
9.
Plot a path through the ionic
This is like... This is routing even harder because, like, it's all squares, so... I mean, I get avoid the yellower squares, but I'm like... There's a pretty good signal there. And again, it's like just a little here, just a little here.
Path goes through too much interference.
Yes, Carter, I know. This is just a little trickier to find out where am I getting interference. That's pretty clean. There we go.
Okay, just have to calibrate the signal gain to get the highest possible output.
That's good. Oop, yep. Alright, there, that's good. And I mean, that's already good, but I think I was going for maximum results. There. Very power.
Even at this range, the interference is too much. The system is suggesting better transport coordinates. DS the shuttle. You're sitting right in the thick of it. I'm sending you specific coordinates for a clear signal path.
That's nice to be like, you might have better luck if you transport them over here. Wee, boing, boing, woo, wee.
Waypoint's been added to the navigational computer. There, Commander. Give or take 50 meters.
50 meters ain't that much in the span of space travel. There's too much interference over here. We have to dodge this rock and go over there. Flying again. Boop, beep, boop, boop. We're flying the gosh dang shuttle called Melville because we want to rescue the people on the Zeldy. This is the flying song. We have to get even closer to the ship, even though Chovak said that we can't get closer to the ship without risking the dampening field. Although I guess we pulled away from the ship after beaming them on. It's like it's actually, you see the ship is there. We have to get very close to the ship. And of course, avoid the Fruit Loops. I'm like, alright, how's this gonna resolve? Remember that space is 3-dimensional. Let's go down. And I'm like, well, this ring is moving at us this way. The waypoint is just over there. I'll go up, 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 and look at the the navigational computer was like, whoa. Vertical navigation is going to make your thing spin, 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 spin. Okay, clear path to the waypoint. I would be like, all right, cut the power, and we're going to drift right into it.
Melville to away team.
Melville to away team. We are in position.
Energize.
Energize. They beam. They beam away.
I have the first group of Alydians in the pattern buffer. Redirecting and transmitting to the Resolute now.
She's worried. I do kind of like... at first I was going to criticize it, that they beamed away with their transporter and then materialized with our transporter, but we put them in the... They beamed using their transporter into our buffer, and then we beamed them back out.
This is Commander
Rydek, Bedrosian wasn't terribly thrilled with the fact that I told her to slow her roll, that we got more work to do. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Beaming, 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 beaming. This is the montage where we are saving the crew. We're beaming them onto our ship because we're saving them.
I've made it clear.
Then I decided to pause. Oh, I was looking. Oh, yeah, because Bedrosian. Lieutenant Bedrosian was thrilled to have Jara's support and encouragement during the Alydian rescue mission. Why does white equal thrilled? There's a green. Green is good. White is neutral. Red is bad. I do not equate that being white.
I only leave after those in my charge.
Sir, I must insist you go so you can lead our people. I will see to any stragglers.
Yes, that may be for the
I may in
best.
fact want to save
But
my own
first,
life.
let me thank our human saviors. I'll pin medals on your uniforms when this is over. For all your brave work.
You're very welcome, Admiral.
Does Starfleet let you wear another fleet's medal?
We will find out.
That'd be kind of cool. I mean, we can just take the
We're ready for
medals,
transport.
have them
Get the
pinned
Admiral
on.
to safety.
Energize.
But yeah, I don't know why they're looking around all concerned. Maybe something to do with that, but how could they have known? I didn't like that it was white, but it said that she was thrilled.
Massive power surge!
Sending available power to the annular confinement beam. I have the Alydians in the pattern buffer, but I cannot resolve their signal to send them through to the Resolute, nor can I materialize them here.
We need a better position with the Resolute.
We gotta move again. This is the last group. We picked them up, so now we can get closer to the Resolute to beam them on board. I'm a little ambivalent on this part because, like, this is very Star Trek, and, you know, it's very true to the experience, and it is gameplay and involved. It's not as exciting as the firefight, though, and I know it sounds like I'm asking for conflicting things here because Star Trek is much more diplomatic and scientific, you know, and not so much just about the shooty bang bangs, and the one thing I've mainly praised is a big shooty bang bang sequence, but there's just a level of gameplay disinvolvement. Piloting the shuttle is fun. They may be making us do it a little too much in this particular chapter, you know, because it's just like fly to the thing, do the thing, and then go to the next and fly to the thing, and then fly to the thing. But all right, here we are at the next waypoint.
I am losing their patterns. I need more power, but internal relays are not functioning.
I'll do it manually.
That looks like it hurts.
Do it!
I am trying. I will lose the transport.
Is there a reason
if I
she has to
cannot
hold
have more
it in
time.
there?
The signal is resolving.
Please!
Save Bedrosian or complete transport.
Finish the transport.
The needs of the many.
I have them. Transport complete.
Transport complete. And she got blown away. And she got messed up. That's probably not good. But yeah, the needs of the many. There were more lives to save there. If we had tried to save her, it could have interrupted the transport. And, I mean, we don't know that Jara didn't know this, but the Admiral's in their group. Hey, Bedrosian didn't like that. I'd imagine she's unconscious, and it was her sacrifice.
Unfortunately,
Lieutenant Bedrosian was thrilled to have Jara's support and encouragement during the Alydian rescue mission, but may never forgive Jara for the plasma blast that left her permanently disfigured. And I was like, okay, well, first of all, with Star Trek medical technology, I doubt it's permanent disfigurement. And number two, again, she knows her duty. She did it. She was saying, do the transport, get it done.
we can no longer serve as a transporter.
We can no longer serve as a transport node.
These readings are off the charts. The source of the storm is on this.
Why does that make us able to breathe?
In the power surge.
I guess
When it
the
came
power
aboard.
surge
Right. The
powered
Tacon
the
energy source.
the ship back up.
They call it the Cartabula.
The Tacon
It's
energy
here.
source, they call it the Cartabula, is here.
Is that?
The intruders are
Oh,
preparing to
they
bring the
they
zealot.
powered. Okay.
There is an old Alydian saying about leaping off the hot skillet and falling to the
Out of the
flame
frying pan
below.
and into the
Yeah,
fire.
We got that one too.
I hate to say this, but I don't think there's a rescue coming for us.
I'd imagine they would
That
be
was our
eventually.
job. So we're gonna have to save ourselves.
That sounds good.
And with the Cartabula on board, we're gonna have a new job.
Stop it. Stop them.
I like this job.
That's all well and good. But if we're not getting off this ship, we're really backed into a corner here.
That's
we can't
not
get off this ship.
What's his
Maybe
face?
I could
is
target
it?
somewhere on the ship.
On the ship. Will these two just get together?
We are reading the warp engines powering up.
Yeah, we picked up on that.
We do not have a way to evacuate you from the Zeldi. The shuttlecraft is too heavily damaged.
Yep.
That's all right, Commander. We have a plan of our own. We're gonna stay on this ship.
That is very bold of you, Mr. Diaz.
And he approves.
Live long and
Good
prosper.
luck. Aw, respect. Respect. Oh, there's voices coming.
Here soon.
I don't think it's him.
I'll guard the door.
Honestly, that looks more like Westbrook.
Just get us out of here, Diaz.
I was asking if that was the dude from the very start of the game. Hey, Stretch, help us with this map. Edsilar?
You're almost here.
That's almost certainly inappropriate. We have to pick somewhere on the ship to transport to. And, you know, they're just going to have us look at them until we find a good one. I'd think the cargo bay, but let's check the crew quarters.
Crew quarters?
High traffic, easily accessible.
Well, crud. Cargo bay? There, the aft cargo bay.
Cargo bay.
That is acceptable.
Sounds good to me.
Shooty bang bangs. The Hotari have invaded the ship. Yes, I was explaining that. We got to select us four transport pads for us to get onto. The Hotari have gotten on the ship with the Cartabula, which has powered the ship back up. That's why we can breathe. 4 to transport. Come on, Bell. Okay, that's not. Oh, he got shot in the... Oh, we can see through him. Oh, that's a big hole. Pretty sure that messed up some of his bear. He's super dead, and I mean it this time. It was Miranda that did it.
Energize.
Energize. Jump. R2. Roll. And we're gone. Haha. Screw you, Miranda. Or whatever your name is. The shuttle's still out there. Oh, I was like, I'm not sure why we're moving, but it's actually the Zeldi that's moving. It went to warp, and it's gone.
Zeldi does not appear to have left any warp signature at all. I cannot track its trajectory.
That's not good.
Our duty often calls for
Exactly.
sacrifice.
Yes,
knows
she
it,
does.
and our people on the Zeldi know it.
Contact the Resolute, Mr. Chovak. Have them bring us back.
What do you mean? Oh,
Tell
okay,
them we're
because,
in
yeah,
medical waiting for
their
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
ship is messed up.
Yes, Commander.
So the Resolute's got to come get them. And we got to try to do what we can for Ladyface over here. We got to try to do what we can to help Ladyface over here. Ladyface over here. The Resolute comes in and gets us. Dead Reckoning. Which sort of implies that Bedrosian's gonna be dead. Oh crap! You look upset. Ooh, that's a nice face tattoo she's got. Oh. I do like Jara feels terrible.
Through your efforts, we were able to save almost 100 Alydians from certain death. As for Lieutenant Bedrosian, Well, Vol
like
will
he
do her
screwed
best,
that up pretty good.
but the prognosis
The
is very
prognosis
encouraging.
again. I don't understand it. So Star Trek has a thing called dermal regenerators.
I feel horrible about the whole thing. I just hope she'll forgive me.
Our crew expects us to protect them. It's always hard on us when we can't.
Commander Rydek, I heard what you did. The sacrifice you made for our sake. You saved not only my life, but the lives of my crew. An incredibly heroic deed.
And that annoys me.
All of Alydia is in your debt. We cannot thank you enough.
Just doing our duty, Admiral. I'm sure you understand. If you'll excuse us.
Of course.
An incredibly heroic deed.
How are we getting our away team back?
Ambassador Spock and the rest of the senior staff are waiting for us in the briefing room to discuss just that. I wanted a chance for you and I to speak first, given the circumstances.
Oh, this is interesting.
While protocol might suggest we alert Starfleet about our situation, missing crew, the data breach, possible threat from the Hotari or Khan, I think we're better off keeping this to ourselves, under our control. You know what's at stake for
Nobody
me here,
gives a
and what is at stake for
shit
you,
about
too.
what is at
I can't
stake
afford
for
another mission
you.
gone wrong.
And no,
Really
I'm a brand new first officer.
I don't want to raise a false alarm just yet.
I ended up deciding
I have
that,
every
at
confidence
this
we
point,
can wrap
Jara
this up before it
is,
gets any worse than it already is.
A new first officer. At this point, she's got to support her captain.
I'll follow your lead. We can keep this under wraps for now.
Always nice to know you have my back. One of the primary
As
reasons
you
I brought
have
you on
mine.
board.
Yeah, of course you liked that,
You made the
Captain
right decision.
Glory Hound.
And in turn, I hope you'll have my back as well.
Of course. Loyalty like yours doesn't go unnoticed. Or unrewarded.
That entire conversation was skeevy as crud.
We're ready in the
and
briefing room,
it made
Captain.
me doubt my decision
On
as
our
soon
way.
as I made it. But I will say, slightly spoilery, being able to do this
Is there
in
any
post-commentary,
update on our efforts to trace
I
Zeldy's
do
warp
get the chance to make amends. with that
Unfortunately,
decision.
no. Somehow they were able to mask the signature and block our ability to track their
But
trajectory.
wouldn't Spock be reporting everything
I'm
back
also
to the
concerned about
Federation?
what went with them. A Taconian energy source.
Sidron referred to it as the
So did
Cartabula.
Diaz.
Yes, I've been analyzing your tricorder scans. This Cartabula is more powerful than any energy source
It's a big
on record.
console. How
It
does it
disabled our
energy
ability
source?
to warp and likely created the ion storm.
We have to find that ship.
It could be anywhere by now.
Literally anywhere.
I have faith in
We've
our
got
away
crew
team.
on board that ship.
They won't give up easily, and if they can somehow manage to stay alive, then maybe they could get word to us about
If they
their
can beat
location.
the odds and stay
That'd be a
alive,
hell of a
they
lucky
can also
break.
probably
Right now,
take
we
care
need all the
of
luck
things.
we can get. The Takan also compromised
Oh, hi,
our
Spock.
systems when Petty Officer Mera stole data from
Staring
our
forward,
computer.
not moving. That was creepy.
We're assessing what was lost as we speak.
The Takan also compromised our systems when Petty Officer Mera stole data from our computers.
We're not
I
contacting
don't think
Starfleet
you can
until we
really
fully understand the
lose
situation.
Data. I mean, I guess
There are
it's
too many
like
unknowns.
what was
They
compromised.
stole our data. That's reason enough to warn Starfleet.
But the captain does have a point.
See, I'm getting this choice
Might be
again, and I
better to
decided
wait
to play it
until we
middle
know
of the
more.
road.
We either sound the alarm prematurely and look bad if nothing comes of it, or we keep this to ourselves and take the blame when it blows up in our face. Either way, we can't afford to get this wrong.
Indecision is not without its own consequences.
Spock
I want to speak
lecturing
with the
me
Hotari.
for playing it middle of the
Bottom this
road.
before we get Starfleet involved.
I've noticed that a couple of times.
I expect we'll meet resistance.
Spock and the
Hotari
doctor,
think we violated
who I
our
didn't even know was
neutrality by
here,
entering
were
their
ambivalent,
minds.
and Solano
Assuming the
didn't
negotiations
like
are
that.
off,
Probably
we no
because I
longer
didn't
have
back
an
him
official
100%
role
on it.
We still have a responsibility to the Hotari and the Alydians.
The Takan are a threat to both their civilizations.
No,
There's the doctor.
they're a threat to us all.
And now let me explain why.
The device Commander Rydek found in the Taconian Vault is an advanced delivery mechanism for a complex biogenetic transformation process.
Oh,
Meaning
when I saw
what
this the first time, I thought it was some
Not
kind of
only are they
rocket, like a bigger
bioforming
version of the
as
sticks.
transforming
Now I
them
realize
into
those
Takan.
are just the
They're
sticks.
taking the DNA and engrammatic data of a specific Taconian and displacing that of its host.
What? Nani?
It's a hostile takeover on a cellular level, bringing
The
individual
Takan
Takan
are
back
stabbing
to life.
people with those sticks and
One by
turning
one.
people into
Is there some way it could be reversed?
That's exactly what I've been
bodily,
trying to find out.
One by one.
So far, it appears the answer is no. Once the Taconian takes control, the displacement of the host is irreversible.
It seems irreversible.
And the bioforming appears to be permanent. Petty Officer Maris called herself a scion of the flame, but the computer had no information about it.
She also shot the hell out of my ship as she escaped and nearly killed a few of our crew. So we know this about those scions. They're dangerous.
The Takan have crossed a line. That much is certain. However, meeting with the Hotari could offer insight into their true intentions. Under the pretense of an apology for betraying their trust.
It's a clever idea.
And trespassing on their territory.
The Hotari seem to have been taken over by the Takan.
Given the options,
but they're still kind of
this might
playing
be our
the
best
game
chance
right
to
now.
find out more about what they have
We can
planned.
go to the Hotari and apologize for what's been going on,
I can confirm
and try to
we
get a
have
real
regained warp
sense of what the
capability
Taconians are up to.
and the use of our transporters.
Excellent. Commander Irma,
Good, we have warp.
See if we can arrange a meeting on Hotari as soon as possible. As Ambassador Spock suggested, under the pretense of an apology.
Aye, Captain.
We'd like the chance to come down and apologize for what bad that we did. That makes me want to touch my ear.
You're long overdue for a duridium infusion.
Uh-oh, ring is yellow.
It looks like I am.
Gotta get in there and get some of that oil change. You're due for an oil change, Misty. It's been too many miles. That's gonna bring you into sick bay, where you're gonna see the people you saved and the person that you didn't save. Eyes wrapped up.
I'll give you 2, but she needs her rest.
You might want to talk
Commander
to her.
Rydek? Is that you?
Remember how it said
I thought I heard your
that
voice.
she may never forgive us.
I just want you to know how sorry I am that this happened.
You don't have to apologize. I'm glad you came. Before you say anything, I just want you to know I don't blame you for what happened.
Why did the game say that you did?
I heard that last transport made it through. That was our mission, to save lives. So, I'm glad it was a success. And Dr. Duvall tells me she can get me my sight back. Eventually. I just hope this isn't the end of my career. Can't be much of a tactical officer if you can't see what's coming. But this is all I've ever wanted to do.
The latest advancements in vision enhancement are truly remarkable. I wouldn't be surprised if you came back better than you ever were.
I just want to be able to see again. That's all I'm asking.
Might help to take the gauze off of your eyes, but she did like that.
You two. Lieutenant Bedrosian
By the way,
needs her
why
rest.
is Lieutenant Bedrosian also getting a duridium infusion? This is something I will call out. This is lazy. That would, because look, right? The same arm cuff, the same purple tubes, which by the way are tearing there as well. And you're gonna see the same like purple tank
You, I don't worry about.
giving her the infusion. They needed something medical to put by Bedrosian's bed and reused the asset of the duridium infusion. Anyway, this is actually an important cutscene talking about how the doctor's saying, you know, and you see she's also calling me out for playing middle of the road.
You've spent enough time.
She's worried about Solano.
The ship. If there's something wrong, as the ship's doctor, I need to know. Don't sugar.
And like, yeah, I'm worried about him because he's been acting like an asshat.
To be honest, I'm worried about him. It seems like the stress of this mission is getting to him. He has so much riding on its success.
Yeah, and he keeps talking about how what this means to him and how it, you know, he has so much riding on this.
And I want to be clear, I care about Solano. I really do. I've been his doctor for years. There are more important things at stake than offending an old...
That's right. And honestly,
you know where to
in praising the game's writing, this is, and for some reason that was a white response. I really, at this point, don't trust the green, white, red responses anymore because they basically straight up lied to me.
How's your wound?
Like it was never there.
Except you can still see it a
Feel
little
lucky
bit,
you
and
were
your
there
clothes
with
are
me.
torn, so.
Without you, I'd be, well, thank you for saving my life. Even
No,
with the wonders of your technology.
I mean, you
it
put a
wouldn't
lot
have
on the
mattered if you
line.
left me for dead.
I should be thanking you. You took that disruptor shot for me. Without you, I might be the one in sickbay, or worse.
Yeah, she was gonna get shot in the back.
Well, I couldn't just let you die. Not after all you did to help.
These two.
I won't forget it.
I ship it. I do. Happy Pride Month, by the way.
And those lies. What Sidron and Galvin really are. Who they've become. The lengths they're willing to go to. What they did to that Alydian.
Crystallized him.
It's hard to accept.
It's even harder to
that everything
accept.
I thought I knew.
Wait, alright, anyway.
So much was a lie. The horror of that underneath our feet the entire time.
What we learned down there will help us win this fight. Truth is power. And we'll use that to stop Galvin and Sidron.
If you're right, then it was
It's all worth it.
I truly hope you're right.
Commander Rydick, you're needed on the bridge at once.
What is it?
The Hotari have agreed
In this
to
game, sometimes when they tap their comm badges, they seem to kind of grab them. Like wrap their hand around it instead of just tapping it. You tap tap, just a little tappy tap. That's all. He's got a little tap tap. Stowaways.
They haven't found us yet.
Thank you for stating the obvious. Walking right. Oh, okay, okay. What again with positioning? They were going to walk through those batteries, and then they put them on a totally different side of the ramp walking up.
You got somewhere we could do that?
There are certain aspects of this game that feel rushed. Now I love he's taking us somewhere, but there's all these things to press.
For how uptight the Alydians are, that cargo bay is kind of a mess.
Come on, Carter. We need to stick with the tall guy.
Tall guy, tall guy, tall guy. He's tall. He's an alien. Hey, Stretch.
Based on how this is reinforced, probably contains dilithium. Stray phaser blast could cause a piezoelectric rupture and blow a hole in the ship. Better be careful.
Piezoelectric rupture. What's this big box? You know, this stuff might not be plot critical. I'm just taking a look. You know, it wants me to look.
Looks airtight and climate controlled.
Airtight and climate controlled. Interesting. A box like that could survive in space. Because it's airtight. I mean, you wouldn't have a lot of air in there. Although they have their respirators. And climate controlled, so it wouldn't get cold in the vacuum of space. I found a console with the physical push-push buttons.
Huh. Alydian consoles still have mechanical keyboards as a backup.
And yeah. So I guess you can touch the screens, but they have mechanical keyboards. Here are those batteries we were going to walk through.
Power cells.
I mean, they look like giant Duracell batteries. It was kind of obvious. I just think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head out. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, don't worry.
No time to look over here.
Then no need to look over here. I need to follow Major Arminta. Then why did you put an investigative doodad on it?
Good thing this was here. Made it a lot easier to transport across the ship. If we took another second, Miranda
might have shot holes in all of us instead of just Bell. Alright, we are officially out of ways to mess around and waste time. I could run, but just, you know. Alright. Let's get over to Arminta, who apparently has to tell us to go up the stairs. Arminta. Stairs.
Up there?
Duh.
Alright. Edsilar, let's do this.
The internal sensors.
What?
When they scan the ship for life signs, they'll know right where we are.
There must be devices that perform the scan.
Right there.
Those pink lights.
And there. There's several of them around the room.
Got it. We'll disable them.
How? They're too high to reach, even
What
for
about
me.
bang bangs?
Not too high for our phasers.
Low power, Millie. Let's not set off any fire alarms.
Don't blow up the ship
I got the ones over
trying to destroy the sensors. And then, like, in this case, they showed us where they are, but then they have to put little shoot here icons. You know that's something that probably came from playtesting, but it's like, if you're a Star Trek fan, I don't want to presume anything about the fan base of a particular franchise. They try to get you feeling that there's a time crunch on this, but there's really not. But yeah, I don't want to presume anything about, like, oh, there is a timer. I didn't notice that. There's a timer on the bottom left. Huh, okay. I was trying to find where these ones were. They're down below it. I'm like, how do I aim? Got it. Here comes the scan. Even though we disrupted all the scanners. So, where's the scan coming from?
It worked. They won't be able to detect us.
Well, that's good.
That buys us some time.
But yeah, I don't want to presume anything
Now
about
that
the
the Zelda
intelligence
has
of a
its
certain
power
fan
again,
base, but like
I
Star Trek
might be
fans
able to
tend
access
to
some of the
be
ship's
pretty
systems from
smart
here.
overall. So, you know,
I'll
when
take
you
care
show
not to
us
give away
what
our
the
position.
scanners we need to destroy look like,
The Takan might not even know
you
we're still
don't
on
need
board
to
the ship.
like put a
Miranda
shoot here
only saw us
icon.
transport away. She probably thinks we're back on the Resolute.
Miranda.
Don't give up on her yet,
I'm
Carter.
gonna.
For all
I
we know,
want
she
to.
was trapped, watching it happen.
That wasn't our Miranda.
Fighting it the whole time.
I hope you're right.
It never hurts to hold on to hope. Especially when it's someone you care about.
And I know it
would
looks
rather.
bad, but
I would rather
we're gonna get
so
her
much
back.
for Diaz. I ship
I won't let her go.
Diaz and Edsilar. Edsilar like that.
I know it seems
Edsilar.
like we could never trust her again.
Diaz-Silar.
But maybe there's a way to turn her back and Miranda could help us stop the Takan. Here on the ship.
Yay!
Just because the Trill joining is permanent doesn't mean the Takan bioforming has to be.
Alright.
I've heard enough of your prattling on about your friend.
He is like, shut the
You have to think
fuck
like
up.
a soldier. She's our enemy now. She'll be dealt with like the rest of the Takan.
My friend Miranda is not responsible for
They
what she's
about to
doing.
throw hands.
The Takan have taken
Listen
control
here,
of her
crosshair
mind.
eyes.
We certainly can't kill
Fortunately,
her.
during this scene, I could apparently
Speak for
scan
yourself.
something with my tricorder.
If anyone threatens the Empire, they are the enemy. It's just one life, and it's already been lost.
I'm gonna walk up these stairs
You
and
don't
say
get to
something
talk
to
about
you.
Miranda.
You don't get to ignore the truth.
There is no such thing as just one life. And she is not lost. This isn't calculus.
The funny thing is,
You can't
though, we
just break
have
it
the
down
other
by the
cutscene on
numbers.
the Resolute where the doctor was
And
like,
our crewmates
yeah,
were
as far as we know right now,
killed
it's
in
irreversible.
the process of rescuing
So,
yours.
I'll grant that you showed your grit and effectiveness. More than I can say about accessing ship systems. They block out helm control, propulsion. They're closing down systems faster than I can check them.
Get out of the way. Frustration!
They're always changing these interfaces. I can hardly keep up.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Let us help.
Fine. I mean, I don't know these systems. I barely managed to transport her,
They're
but
using a
I can
senior
keep
officer's
the
access
RS
code to
in
lock
the
down
little
our
loop.
systems from the bridge. The Takan must have turned someone in command.
Here's something.
Navigational data, that'll help.
I can see the course they have plotted in.
We can't stop, but we know where we're going. Alright. Hotari space.
Long way from Hotari space.
Yeah.
I hope the Resolute is all right back there.
You are
Zelda,
here.
That's where we are.
That's not exactly news.
Other systems.
The Alydian fleet has explored a lot of systems, but it's all in the opposite direction of where we're going.
Not exactly.
We're headed to the edge of the galaxy.
Nothing but uninhabited systems.
We're headed to the
along
edge
the
of the
way.
galaxy.
And if we keep going, we'll leave charted space. A lot sooner than I like to think about, too.
That can't happen. We need to take control and turn this ship around.
Turn around.
Get back to the front lines of the battle for Alydia.
We are on the front lines.
I need to get back to shooting something.
The whole Federation
with
is
this
at
giant
risk.
gun.
It's a possibility, but it's already a reality for my people.
I'm sure it's pretty damn real for the people who are trapped in their own bodies controlled by the Takan.
Tell him,
You can't just turn
Edsilar.
your back on them.
I'll take this ship without you if I have to. And I'll bring it back to Alydia, or I'll destroy it. I won't let it stay in the hands of the enemy.
Think strategically.
To everybody,
We stand a
calm
better
the
chance by
fuck
working
down.
together. You're right to be angry, but it doesn't do any good to turn it on us.
Huh?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
The most important thing is that we get control of this
We
ship.
gotta get control of the
so that
ship.
we don't end up so
We
far
gotta
away
take
that the Resolute
control
can't
of
ever catch up to us.
the
And if we
ship.
control-
Let's pause about it. Oh. The fifth person was this guy in the middle, Major Armenta, yeah. Major Armenta thought highly of Carter's... Thought highly.
That also means they
That's
can't
what's
use
important.
that Cartabula.
I'm not sure we can do much more from here.
What's this? It's a data stream.
It looks to be a two-way communication.
Let me see if I could put it through a demultiplexing processor.
We get signal. Main screen turn on.
Get that clearer.
I'm trying.
I could probably do a right stick in a circle about it.
Okay. That should do it.
Hello? Can you read me?
Itasca, is that you?
Major!
It's my lieutenant. Where are you?
I'm here with some of the others. We're trapped in the ATP.
Our artillery targeting platform.
The bulkheads are sealed, and ruptured power conduits on the other side are discharging at high voltage. Major, we've seen Sidron and the other Hatari, and if we can get free, I think we'll be able to overpower them and take back the ship.
Itasca, are you still there?
Hang on. Let me do another
Itasca,
right stick about
Are
it.
you still there?
Hang on, let me do another right stick about it. There we go.
You shouldn't trust anyone else you meet. The Hatari have been transforming people on this ship. We've seen it happen.
Bioforming.
It's only a matter of time before any
Transforming,
remaining
bioforming.
crew are turned against us. You have to come and help us.
Mute.
I gotta ask. Are you sure that's really your comrade?
It's Itasca.
Would
You're going to have to trust me.
And this is a genuine
I know
question.
Lieutenant Itasca well.
Would
That's her.
somebody
Clear and not under
that
duress
was
beyond our current
compromised
circumstances.
and taken
I'm sure.
over say, don't trust anyone, they're
If I
compromising
suspect
people and taking them
something is
over?
amiss, I'll deal with Itasca myself.
Okay.
Remind me not to do that.
Unmute.
We'll make it to you undetected, and we'll free you from the ATP.
We'll be ready and waiting, sir.
Ready and waiting.
I
And
may not
able
know the
and
computers
ready
very
and
well,
waiting.
but I know
Able,
every
waiting,
inch
and
of this
ready.
ship.
Ready,
You can get
waiting.
us there
All right.
safely through the back
Oh,
roads.
the back routes. Hey-oh. Looked like there was a little Gokaiger symbol on the door there. If the door closes, I know, right? Jadzia said hello. Oh, it was just a little X. Okay. Anyway. Alright. Where are we headed now? They're all walking in to talk to them again, and I paused it here because going cutscene to cutscene to cutscene to cutscene, this is about at the hour mark, and I realized I can actually just pause before another cutscene begins and end the episode. So that's going to do it for another episode of Star Trek Resurgence here on Orange Ranger Plays. Thank you, heroes and gamers, so much as always for watching. Now that the video's done, you can let me know what you thought of this episode right down below in the comments. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button and let me know that you enjoyed this video. And if you would like to make sure you are subscribed to the channel to see all of my videos and ring that bell, get your notifications set up so you can be notified of whenever I post brand new episodes of Star Trek Resurgence here on Orange Ranger Plays. And if you'd like to provide any financial support for my channel, check me out on Patreon, check me out on Ko-fi, check me out on Teespring, or check out snacksforgamers.com/Orange Ranger Plays. Until next time, gamers, live long and prosper, and may the power protect you.
Please!
Finish the transport!
I have them. Transport complete.